What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today we are back on the road to number 1 in the world. Obviously we took a big beating in the last couple of episodes, landing ourselves below number 200. But honestly, they were also really fun episodes in which we had some really close games, so I feel actually just fine about it. Also, I'm on a brand new PC right now. I built it on the weekend, and so I should have faster internet here as well, which is something that's really nice. Unfortunately though, the graphics card is not working, so I don't actually have my saturation turned up to full, which is normally how I like to play. So there's that. But yeah, I think the increased internet speed should be a big advantage. Anyway, this first one here, because it's Generation 3 Norway, it does remind me of kind of the Trondheim area. We get that kind of between Oslo and Trondheim, but I'll go Trondheim, and it was nearby there. Okay, so good start here. Our opponent was fairly similarly rated to us, so we could probably gain like over 10 points from this game, which would obviously be huge. Let's just get straight into it. Okay, this one's going to be Turkey with the white car, with the short antenna here. It is pretty flat, so I am kind of thinking more so maybe near Konya or something like that, or maybe near Adana or something like that. I could probably have looked for like a highway marker or something like that here. Just look at the landscape here. Yeah, it definitely feels coastal but quite dry, so I don't mind where I've clicked here. This should be fine. And it was near Gaziantep there, so not a bad guess. Again, slightly closer than our opponent here. So yeah, I mean, I definitely do think that like not playing with 100% saturation does throw me off, because Geoguessr is such like a color-based game. But regardless, I can't complain too much, because the new internet speed, look at this, we can move, you know, at least relatively easily. You know, it's not the best still, but you know, we can at least move now relatively quickly, loading each new frame. So this one is going to be somewhere in Argentina. These kind of tree rows. Yeah, I think I should just go kind of Cordoba region here. Should be a fine enough guess, I imagine. Could even be further north. I don't know. I actually don't know. I think I would actually maybe go Santa Fe instead. Just anywhere in this area is pretty possible. I don't think it's too south. But it does kind of look like Canada, so maybe that would put us further south. Yeah, okay, it is just Buenos Aires province there. Actually 1,000 points damage, so not a very good guess from us there. But that's okay. Next one here, Senegal. Yes, Argentina is like a real weakness for me. Before I head to the World Cup, I definitely need to improve my Argentina guessing. That is without a doubt. Would this be close to the capital? I don't think this is too far from the capital. I would probably just go around Tuba here. Guys, give the video a like if you're enjoying my channel. Do give the channel a sub as well, because you know, I didn't ask for that in a while, and it would be nice if you just stick around the channel a bit. You're watching every day, that you could sub. That would be very nice indeed. Okay, next one here is Russia, so time for some concentration. Obviously the game can already end here. I'm checking that the antenna first. We have long antenna here. This kind of just feels like European Russia to me. We're on a border actually. That's interesting. So what have we got here? TIR. We should actually check these trucks. I want to see if they're going into Europe. That's, yeah, it's got a Russia sticker on it, so I'd imagine we are headed into Europe here. What do we see here? Well, that almost looked E with the double dot. I think that's Russian, right? Yeah, I wonder if this is Ukraine or maybe even Belarusian border. I think I will try that. I don't see any reason not to. We've got a blue strip there as well. So yeah, I'll try like a Belarusian border here. This should be okay. And it was a Latvian border instead. Our opponent didn't pick up that it was a border, but still makes a nice guess anyway. So yeah, not too much to say about that round, I would say. Next one here, double damage. We've got kind of like a very snow-damaged road here. Pole tops and everything as well. Imagine when we have Germany here, guys. I'm so excited for that update to drop. But I think this is just Bulgaria, right? Ooh, that's interesting. So is this just an Italian sign here? I think it might have been. Yeah, Vasto, Agone. I don't really know any of these places. The SB71 is actually probably findable, but I don't really know. Let's see here. So what are we looking for here? SB71. Yeah, I mean, it is, I don't actually know if it's SS, SR, SP. I think SP might be the smaller one. You should actually remind me in the comments, guys. I'll actually try and remember it this time. But as for the place name, I don't think we saw it anywhere. I don't think I've heard of any of these places either. Vasto, Trigino, I don't really know. So I think I might click middle here. What's the vibe again? I mean, I kind of thought southern off the bat. Yeah, maybe I do kind of think it is more southern here. I'm gonna go like here instead, but anywhere in the center of the country is pretty possible. It was just central there, so that's why I didn't really get any strong vibe, I guess. And actually, it was right down near Agoni there, so interesting part of the country. Next one here is Canada. So let's just see if we can make a nice quick guess here. Lots of corn going on, or is it actually the US? There we go. Wooden signpost made me think more of Canada. Interesting. So a lot of corn. We got front plates. We got like a fairly pinkish road, which I often associate with Minnesota. So I might try that. I do actually like that. I could see Michigan as well, were it not for the fact that we seem to have front plates. So obviously generation 1 here is kind of horrible. I'm not really sure what symbols. I think the wooden signpost also fits for Minnesota, so I'll try it here. And okay, it was Iowa. That's another state that uses them pretty often. That's obviously huge damage for our opponent there, 1.7k. Fortunately, we didn't have that round later on. Good guess. Yeah, Pink Road may have let us down there, because otherwise I guess it did kind of look more Iowan. Next one here is Russia. This antenna that goes like that is fairly common around Orenburg, Samara, could also be south here. The hilliness of it, I do kind of like Orenburg here, I think. It would be knockout damage if we get it wrong and he just goes south. He probably will go south here, so I'm just trying to make up my mind. But yeah, it seems like some of these trees do feel a bit further north to me, so I think I like that guess. I'll go near here, and it was indeed Orenburg. That should almost be knockout damage, I imagine. Yeah, not quite. 3.7. Didn't quite fully commit. Should have gone further to the east where it should be a bit hillier. Anyway, 3.5 times damage now. We have some maybe Columbia or something like that here. No Carmetta at all. I would say Columbia is most likely, although what kind of number plates do we have going on here? A bit of white ones, so it should be Mexico. And if it's Mexico, then I would have said like something like Veracruz could work quite nicely here, I believe. Could even be towards Tabasco, so I'll just hedge between the two. I feel like that area, and yeah, it was. Very nice indeed. Okay, so a pretty intense duel there. Didn't play the best, but also our opponent had some nice guesses, so I'm happy to come out with a win there. It's obviously 15 points, so it's obviously a huge start already there. Let's head through into another one here, where we're facing the same opponent, which I don't mind. He played well. He could certainly take a game off us, there's no question about that, but I feel like I do have the advantage over him. First one here should be somewhere in, I thought Hungary off the bat. I still think Hungary, but we've got round poles everywhere, so that doesn't really make sense. So it should be Slovakia then, or Czechia maybe. But I think Slovakia is making more sense if it's looking so Hungarian. But let's just go to the intersection here, and we actually have a crossing sign here, so I can make up my mind for sure. And that is looking like the Czech crossing sign, so I will go near the south border here, I guess. In case you're curious, the oh wow, look at that guess, by the way. The Czech one, the guy kind of looks a bit stronger. It's worth checking out for yourself, the Czechoslovak, the difference between the Czechoslovakian ones. But the Slovakian one, he kind of just looks like he's got a bit less of a confident posture, and it really actually works. So I definitely recommend looking at that. Anyway, next one here should be, I actually think it might be Ukraine, but it's probably just southern Russia, I guess. Oh, we got a Ukrainian number plate there. That's interesting. So we should just go straight in here because it looks like Russia. Around Kryvyi Rih, probably this kind of area if it's so dry looking. Could even be further south towards, I don't know what. Yeah, it was near Odessa there, and our opponent goes Russia as expected, yeah. I immediately got that sense because the antenna being cut off right at the top like that is very rare in Russia, and then also the yellow on the plate. That combination really was pretty much guaranteeing it. Next one here is interesting. Let's use my meta here. So we got fancy roofs, so I would say this is indeed near the capital, Phnom Penh, so I'll go middle, and it was indeed just south of it there. Very interesting there was that amount of red soil, because I guess normally around you have more white soil, but yeah. Good guess from our opponent, I guess. Next one here should be Chile. It's interestingly, like, kind of southern looking here, isn't it? So I feel like when you get this kind of coverage, it's kind of over, like, kind of like autumnish. It's often like in one of these, no, I'm looking further, too far north. One of these kind of inlets here, like near the border or something. So I think I would try that. The mountains also look the right size around here, so I think I might be on the right track here. But yeah, I hope it's not like deep south or something. I think it should be around here. And wow, we 5k'd. Yeah, I just remembered seeing it around there before. So sometimes those seasonal metas really do help. And it also made sense to me when I looked at it on the map because the mountains weren't quite as big in that location. Okay, next round here, Mexico kind of vibe here. What are we looking at specifically though? This could be around Monterrey. It kind of feels a bit further north to me for sure. Actually, yeah, these mountains are kind of, they're very green, but they're also like, I get the feeling that there isn't that much rainfall from that kind of view over there. So yeah, I would just think near Monterrey something works nicely. Although they're not quite tall enough for Monterey Mountains. So no, I do think, oh, look at this one. This one's definitely towering over everything. So I still think I'm good. It could be the other side though, we'll see. Okay, what's the other side? Yeah, that makes sense. Bigger mountains there. But yeah, a little bit dry vibe as well. So maybe it wasn't the best guess there, to be honest. Ooh, next one here. Almost looks like a violent kind of looking location here. Just some red paint though. Is this Ireland? I would say so. We got place names here. I should probably look for that. Why not? So this is the N87. I think this gave me more of a west vibe, so I'm going to check there first. and 87. 85's there. I guess we should be close then, theoretically. 84. I'm checking west first because I really got that kind of vibe. So, maybe we should look at the place name again. I conveniently looked away. Bell Turbot is probably pretty findable, I imagine. It feels like Bell Mullet. Interesting. Oh, I don't know if I actually want to find this. As soon as I start looking for something, I lose all confidence. But let's take a look here one more time for the 87. They're like fairly organized, so I would have thought that I could have found it by now. 81, 80 over here, so maybe getting closer. This central area, yeah, 83. I mean, definitely seems like we're in the right area. So what about the rest of the landscape here? Yeah, I don't really get too much off that. What about, was there another sign? There probably was. Yeah, this is a bit of a blunder not to have looked for it. And okay, our opponent goes in Scotland. Very fortunate for us there. And it was right on the border, so maybe he saw a yellow plate or something. I don't know really what caused him to do that, but hey, benefits us quite nicely. Next one here, 2.5 times damage, maybe just going to be somewhere in Cambodia, I would have said, especially because we have no car meta, but I guess I should just like move a few more steps to confirm. Yeah, these are Cambodian trees. Could be Thailand, actually. Although, oh no, we got the Cambodian antenna, so great. Yeah, central works pretty nicely here. I think we'll just go like that. And it was indeed central eastern, so that's good. Opponent still playing nicely and definitely making the multipliers high enough to where anything can happen. I personally think that they probably should just cap the multis at 5 times, because beyond 5 times multis is it's a bit too random, I think. I think that'll be a good change to see. Anyway, next one here, I thought was, maybe it's Sweden, actually. Yeah, that should be Swedish language, I imagine. Interesting, kind of very winterish here. We have hills in the background. Was that hills or just trees? I don't know. Let's get to the intersection here. I should just really guess, but okay, this is more of a summerish view now. We can get a better idea. Wow, look at how overexposed that is, like terrible. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, like a lot of white buildings might make me think like more south, but yeah, I think I will go more south just for that reason. A lot of brick buildings, a lot of white buildings. I'm gonna go there. Kind of like reminds me of like deep south, or maybe, I don't know, Gotland has a lot of white churches, I think, but yeah, it could be like Gothenburg. I don't know, it's not that hilly though, so yeah, we'll see. I don't really know when it comes to Sweden. It was deep south, yeah. Kind of looked, actually my first thought was Denmark, so I should have gone more on that vibe. Could have won the duel right there and then, and we would have had another 14, 15 points. Anyway, next one here, 3.5 times damage. Is it Australia or is it US? Actually, US here, interesting. Shell Creek, okay, let's try and work out some plates here. No fronts there. Let's get to action here. Ooh, okay, what's this one here? Utah plate or something? Interesting. What about this one? Bit of white. Interesting. So what are these ones here with the big, like, kind of red at the bottom? I don't know what that is. Is it like South Dakota or something? What about the area code here? This could actually work. 877. Not familiar with it, to be honest. Why is it so sandy? I just don't know what this would be on the East Coast, though. Because it kind of gives me... Oh, that's like a Georgia plate or a Texas plate? I mean, what is this? What? I can't remember what this is. Is this, like... Oh, I think I remember now. I think these ones are South Carolina plates? I'm gonna go for it, because it feels like it's like coastal anyway. I didn't really get a good vibe for the rest of the round, like the trees and everything, but I think I remembered finally. Or maybe this is like, we just saw a New Jersey plate, maybe this is further north. I don't know. Like, it was North Carolina or South Carolina that had like a similar plate. And yeah, it was South Carolina? I guess so, yeah, great. Okay, just remembered. Now, is that the one... I struggle to remember what's on it, but I finally remembered there at the end, and that has immediately... Look how much this has catapulted us up. This is what I mean about the new update. See, we started at 200, we're already 167. And we can definitely go further than that. So let's go again here and see what is going to take place. So definitely loving the Community World Edition. That is still so good. I've said it every episode so far, even though we keep losing ELO on these. Oh, and we're against Ning, or Ning Marry Me. Is that actually Ning? No, it's a Smurf. Okay, so the background is terrible here. As in, like, yeah, from their background we know it's a Smurf, but they're very high rated, so we can still profit off it if we play nicely. And we're on a divided highway here. Should be relatively southern, I imagine, on the 15. We do see some hills though, so we should be closer to the hills as well. I imagine that would put us maybe like more so this direction here, but I'm not entirely sure. I didn't get the road angle exactly, and it was way further north. Okay, terrible guess. I'm still kind of... I never really learnt Jordan just because it's so small, but obviously that's still 400 points that I shouldn't be losing. Okay, next one here. If I had 10 extra seconds, I could have lined up the right angle as well, though. Should be Czechia. We got the black top on the pole here, which is a Czechia meta. And these are, again, Hungarian houses, so I don't really know what to make of that. Like, I think we go, like, the exact same place, like, all the way east here. Let's see what it is. Oh my gosh, it was just a... Nah, yeah, I was like this... Yeah, I said Hungarian, but really it's Bulgarian houses. I was, like, just... Yeah, okay, well... Pressure's getting to me a little bit here, guys. That was me just tunnel visioning on a single meta there, when really there was plenty to go off of, which I could have used. Anyway, next one here should just be Reykjavik area, so we can just guess like they have. And honestly, the pressure is low here. We just have to play nicely, and just try and get back some rounds on countries that I'm better at. This is Beach Road with some Sinhala, I think it is, and probably Tamil as well, or what would it be? I don't know, in Sri Lanka. But insta-guess here from our opponent. We got Eastern Ocean here, so I think just kind of picking Central Southern is the way to go here, like maybe this city or something like that. This feels fine. Yeah, it's fairly lush, so I think I like that. And, okay, well, it's just Southern there, with Eastern Ocean, unfortunate, because our opponent just insta-guessed in Colombo, so it could have been nicer damage if we had have gotten the vibe. But it was a lot of palms, so, I don't know. Yeah, I could have potentially gotten it. Next one here is, what? Okay, no antenna is very interesting here. So is it like a... Ooh, interesting. Is that actually North America? I thought we were in... Oh, interesting. So, maybe like... Is it Canada? Oh yeah, it's actually Quebec here. Interesting. So let's just go straight for it here. Opponent figures it out as well. I kind of thought I was going to be cheeky by guessing quickly there, but yeah, that's okay. I mean, the pole marking there had a bit of black and yellow on it, typical of Quebec. Definitely looked like Europe to me off the bat, as you saw. Okay, next one here. We got the Latin American antenna. Should be Colombia, could be Mexico. Don't really think I see Brazil here so much. Opponent instantly goes, this is going to be Colombia. I think these mountains pretty much seal the deal, and I will go Central Southern here. Let's check it out. Opponent guesses really nicely here again, so definitely it's starting to slip away a little bit here. I don't know who this is. Is it actually Ning or someone else? I'm not sure. But the Bulgaria guess was quite simply horrible. Still got that on the mind after making such a bad one. Anyway, this one is going to be somewhere in Bolivia. And, I mean, we got town name here. Oru is nearby. And so let's get into Bolivia here. Oru is there. I would imagine that we're not too far from it. Like, yeah, if we have a sign for it, then we should be somewhere, like, around where I clicked, I imagine. And it was the other side instead. Damn it. I was feeling very deserty, but I guess, like, you know, this part is a desert. So, yeah, I mean, just not going so nicely here, is it? Triple damage. It's at least on Argentina, or is it South Africa? Yeah, Argentina, so... We could get lucky here, that's for sure. It's kind of dry, and it is kind of strange feeling, so I would imagine just like a La Pampa guess could work quite nicely here. Then again, it is so agricultural that I will shuffle it up. No, I will go La Pampa. I don't know. Actually, no. I'll go, like, I don't know. It's here somewhere. Okay, well, that's why. I couldn't quite work out where it was and, you know, that kind of general area. I think I clicked it further away at the very end there, but it's a fine guess. Okay, but our opponent obviously playing super strong. Ooh, Indonesia's an opportunity, actually. We've got a church as well. Thinking of Sulawesi. I'll see if we can see any metas here. Ooh, do I just send it? Yeah, I just send it based on the... Ooh, we got the church. Okay, I'm going to go fast here. I mean, they saw the pole, so they should get the area, but with churches... Oh no, man, he just out-hedges us. That's so annoying. Is that enough damage? Not quite. At least hold on here, but... Yeah, I thought that whole area, Christianity's more common, but really near Manado was like the epicenter of it, so I thought I was being smart there for a second. That's okay. Next one here, Brazil. Don't see anything specific here. Shouldn't be too far south, though, I thought, but we do have a lot of round poles. When I get some architectural metas here, maybe, or maybe just, yeah, we should look for an area code, really. So let's go down onto the main street here, see if we can find one. 2-1 would put us Rio de Janeiro. Let's hope that it's actually not an obvious Rio here, so hopefully they didn't find that, although almost certainly they did. But we could knock him out here if he gets the wrong vibe. Anyway, he clearly didn't, and manages to get it, which is, you know, at least it was an easy round for us to hang on here, but yeah, obviously not the best in terms of points anyway. 4.5 times damage here on round 11 is Greece, and it's very flat with a big range to our north here, kind of quite flat there to our southeast, which, I don't know, like, may put us just near Athens or something like that, right? But no, that wouldn't really work, I think. So whereabouts are we then? Maybe Thessaloniki works decently? Yeah, it does. And then we saw, like, the stuff to our west is... No, west is really the flat bit. So, yeah, that works. What about something over here? Yeah, I mean, I think with flat west, I don't mind that. What about the vegetation? Yeah, I think that also works. It kind of feels a bit cooler, so... I don't know. Yeah, we'll try that. It should be okay. And, oh my gosh, I just thought it was this Greek poll. Bro, I'm so out of practice for real. That's GG's to our opponent. I wonder who that is, because clearly, definitely a Smurf. But it doesn't really matter these days, because 12 points is nothing too crazy to lose, so I'm really not too displeased about it. And we already gained like 30 rating. Anyway, so we're back in again here. The person is Dutch. I don't know who it is. I don't know. But they are crying, but that's okay. I know I can win. I can win, and that's what I plan to do here. This is all yellow road lines. Do we have a smudge? Interesting. I'm wondering how far north this is. These look like the salt flats pretty northern, I would say. So I wanted to say it was like this kind of area here. Let's check out the road angle. I mean, it doesn't really appear to be that good. Maybe it is further south here. Okay, we actually had the 5k. Tried to click off, but unfortunately, I didn't for our opponent. Okay, let me just fix my second monitor here. Well, it's not really working. Okay. Should be fine. Anyway, next one here. Ooh, it's looking like it's going to be somewhere in Bangladesh. We actually have place names here, though I would say this just looks like the capital to me. Surprised that our opponent hasn't just insta-clicked, but I imagine that's probably because they were looking for the place names, and it doesn't look like they were particularly... Although maybe they were successful, but anyway, they don't guess too close. Next one here is Uruguay, so nice, just building up the multis here. I don't know if this opponent is stronger than me or weaker than me. That's the kind of the thing. Well, probably stronger based on the first attempt, but yeah, I'm a little bit out of practice. I haven't played Geoguessr in a few days because I've just been so damn busy. Anyway, this should be south. I imagine this is relatively south. It kind of looks more European kind of vibe, and it was north. Okay, Uruguay, difficult as ever, and just 82 points. Fortunately, they guessed on the wrong side. Okay, next one here, Bhutan, pretty boring round, we can just skip through to the next one. Click in the middle here, that's just going to be fine. In fact, it probably is in the middle, and yeah, it was actually this capital instead. I guess with big statues like that, maybe you could assume it's closer to more population, but yeah, some of these towns are decently sized anyway. As I zoom into one that literally has like 5 streets, okay. Next one here. This one actually is a Greek poll, right? I mean, last time I just failed it so utterly and completely. Maybe this is actually like Portugal or something. Kind of looks more like Portugal, so I guess we'll go on a little bit of a goose chase here. Ooh, short plates. We're actually in Mexico, are we? Okay, interesting. So yeah, then I guess Mexico City area should be the play. 5 seconds to go. Am I guessing the wrong continent? Surely with the short plates, this is correct. We'll see. Yeah, it was just Mexico City there. I don't know, like Mexico City, like the whole like Central Valley here is very temperate compared to the rest of the country. That's why most of the people in Mexico live there, and yeah, just kind of interesting, interesting how European it can look sometimes off the bat. Next one here, we are looking at some Spain. And, I don't know, interesting blob there. This could probably actually have relatively good clues on it. CM. Now, are they, like, I think they are regional, aren't they? But I don't know the state names well enough. It's probably just Madrid then, isn't it? I don't know, I'll try that. Oh no, it says what it is there. Castilla-La Manova? I don't know what it is. Well, we click central, so it's fine anyway. We shouldn't be too far away, and I think the vibes also relatively fit, like it should be pretty central. And it was indeed over here. Now, what was the state name there? So, yeah, Castilla-La Mancha. Interesting. Definitely could have got that if I knew my state names in Spain, but I don't. I know they're not states, by the way. I can't remember what they are, though, so forgive me. This is the UK or Ireland. Houses look kind of Welsh, maybe, if it's not going to be Ireland, or maybe just Northern Irish. I don't mind Wales with the rock walls, though. And landscape also fits pretty decently. So I would say Wales, then. Let's give that a go. And okay, it was indeed Scotland. Opponent also comes Wales with me, fair enough. 200 points of damage there. I think I would go Wales again, personally, but I can definitely see why it was Scotland. This is what? Let's see here. Italy. And the vibes are interesting, because we got like a lake here, which would be more of a north thing, but I'm not so convinced. This kind of feels maybe more so closer to Rome or something. Interesting. Although, yeah, I mean, you have to say it's very nice here. Let's see if we can get a better view of these mountains. Not huge, are they? And some of these trees do feel a bit warmer. So, yeah, I will click relatively north, but not too north here. Let's just go like this kind of area here. I don't know where this is, to be honest. Well, it's just all the way north. Opponent goes for a similar guess. Yeah, it just felt so warm, but that's because we were kind of a lower altitude just before we hit the mountains there. So, yeah, kind of interesting. Next one here, we should be in Indonesia. We got the long support beams, so maybe just somewhere in the Nusa Islands here. We got churches again, so yeah, that definitely makes sense for the Nusas as well. I guess we should just go for this place names, because I feel like that's going to be essential for getting good score here. Ooh, interesting. Wanipagu is Kupang. I don't know. It's similar names here, but Wanipagu. I don't know. I don't know where I go here. Just hedge it. I don't know what's good here. Well, Sumba instead. Okay, makes sense. Should have looked at landscape a bit more maybe, but it's only 1,000 points, so still kind of getting our asses handed to us, but not as badly this time. It must be said. Next one here. This is hilly. Pretty mountainous actually, and I would imagine relatively southern or something like that. Hula and Sandes, and that's probably behind the webcam. There you go. Let's see if we can give this a good. Okay, we just found one of them. That's good. Always lucky when you just find one off the bat, and hopefully our opponent doesn't know because it's 4 times damage. They could go fairly north here if they're unlucky. It does kind of look a bit northern, so we could get some points here. And yeah, they go Oslo. Not a bad guess, so it's not going to be insane damage, but obviously 2,000 points is really nice to get back a little bit there. Okay, 4 times damage now in Italy, I imagine. Let's see what's going on here. So, are we speaking Italian or Spanish? Maybe Spanish here. Lugo, AS. Again, okay, definitely should know these states better by now. AS. I don't know, it's not those ones, I guess. What about AS over here? Because it gave me more of a north vibe. Catalonia shouldn't be. Aragon, I don't think so, right? So, AS, Lugo. Am I in the right country? Maybe not. I don't know what to do here. Let's just go like around here. I never found out what it was, but fortunately we're not too far away. Actually, this state's pretty small. That makes sense. I didn't really have time to consider. Obviously, the opponent's guess makes more sense, but I was kind of just hedging and it paid off. Okay, next one here is Greece, and vibes-wise, I'm not so sure what's going to happen here. Opponent instantly goes in. Okay, looking at this landscape. Do I click middle or do I click further south here? It almost feels like it's a bit more of a south click, and gosh, can I guess click on the right continent, please? I'll go here. This is fine, I think. Yeah, good guess. Near Patras there, but didn't quite have the vibe of this island, which often feels a bit different in a way. I don't know. But yes. Oh, what was I going to say? I forget. Yeah. Putting the pressure on against me. I should just be standing still against this opponent, really, because they guess really quickly as well. This is Quebec, and it does feel a bit further north maybe here. I could definitely see an argument for that. Yeah, it does feel a bit further north in a way here. So, oh yeah, I was gonna say, can I start zooming in on the right continent for once, please? Yeah, I'll just go like this, hedge it, something like that should be fine. And it was just near Quebec City instead. To be honest, where I clicked, there's literally nothing, so not the greatest guess of my career, but to be honest, in this video, have there been many of those? Not really. Okay, next one here, like Tokyo, like Kanto pole tops maybe. Let's see if we can see any more evidence of Kanto stuff here. Let's just get to the intersection here. So, we do have plates here, and that is not really looking too Tokyo to me, so maybe we are... Oh no, it's just the stick top... What am I talking about, bro? I'm actually so... Okay, this is all definitely adding up to Kyushu, I would say. Just the vibes and everything, right? But we can normally see like a Kyushu logo on some of these. I don't know. Leaving this a bit late, aren't I? I would still say Kyushu. Could just be Kansai as well. We'll hedge it. Oita here. I think it's okay. We'll see. And it was Kyushu all the way south there. 6 times damage. This is where I wish it got capped off, because I just think like 1,000 points for that. Anything more than that is a bit ridiculous, I think. Next one here, Switzerland. I hate Swiss guessing, to be honest. I never get the right side of the country. We have these kind of standard looking European bollards. Let's just get the language here and then we can call it a day. Language is conveniently blurred, move 1 spot. And we have some German, okay. And then I think I would just click relatively middle here because the time is low. And my lack of graphics card computer is struggling with things here. Let's go burn. And where is it going to be? Okay, internet, please. Let's send a emoji, maybe? I don't know. What's going on here? This is interesting. Does our opponent have the same issue as us? Okay, they also have the same issue, so we can take a minute to relax. Ning, if you want to identify yourself after this game, that would be cool, because regardless, it has been good duels, especially the second one where I've actually played a little bit better. And the HP going to round 16 is exactly even. We may have a 20 rounder on our hands, which has only ever happened once on the series, I think. Anyway, this one is going to be somewhere in Taiwan. Now, is this on the mainland or not? That's the question here. This could be like on another island, to be honest. Yeah. Ooh, so we have place names here. I don't know. I think I don't go on the mainland here. But is it Kinmen or something else? That's the question. I want to say it's Kinmen here. But could it just be Pengu? I don't know. I think I'll go Kinmen. And it was Kinmen. Let's go, baby. That is what we needed. Hey, let's go. I'm happy with that. GG's to Ning, marry me. It was 2 good games, and we gained 20 points there, so I think... Look, I think I'll wait till my graphics card part arrives tomorrow so I can play properly. We end off the video here at 154th, so, you know, all in all, 3 wins, 1 loss. It's better than most of the episodes have been recently. Thank you very much for watching. GG's to my opponents today, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Give the video a like, and goodbye.